Hello everybody! I am Lucio. They are my classmates Raquel, Mirna, and Stephanie. Today we're talking about the present perfect.
We are talking about the affirmative and negative statements and how to make with present perfect just equation and double equation.
And the present perfect with ever, never, before, already, and yet.
I'm going to start with the present perfect in affirmative and negative statements. The present perfect is something that starts in the past and continues in the present. The affirmative statements, the structure is subject plus have or has. This is the auxiliary verb, then the verb and past participle, and the complement. The complement is optional. For affirmative statements, there are two examples. The first is they have spoke in verb past participle, and the complement is with him about me. The other example is she has because she is in third person singular. Then the verb in past participle understood the topic. Now, in negative statements, change a little the structure. Is subject plus auxiliary verb have or has plus not. Not is between the have or has and the verb past participle, then the complement. And there are two examples. He has because it's third person in singular, not past participle, seeing the sunset. The other, I have not made the breakfast.
Now it's time to talk about how to make yes/no questions and double equations with the present perfect. The structure for to make a yes/no question is have or has auxiliary verb in the present perfect plus subject plus verb in the past participle plus complement is optional plus the question mark. Now, we have some examples about yes/no questions. Example number 1. Has she played soccer? Has auxiliary verb in the present perfect. She, subject, played, verb in the past participle, and soccer, complement, and plus question mark. The answer can be yes, she has a positive, or a negative, no, she hasn't, with contractions. Now, the other example, how to become a doctor? How auxiliary, you, subject, become verb in the past participle, in a doctor, complement, and question mark. The answers can be yes, I have in positive, or no, I have in negative, with contractions. But how to make double equations in the present perfect is simple. Just change the place of the auxiliary have or has with double equations. For example, number 1. What have you seen? Number 2. Where has mom been? Example number 3. How long has Jason talked to his teacher?
I will present the vocabulary using in this unit about tourist activities around the world. These are some activities. And number 1, climb hills in Transylvania. The second is go sightseeing in Singapore. Number 3, go to the town of CN Tower, Toronto, Canada. The number 4, try Italian food. And number 5, taking a tour of Guayaquil, Ecuador. And finally, number 6 is take picture of a youth. Now, when use the present perfect, to talking about in a definite time in the past, but how can we determine the present perfect? It's a good question. In this case, the periods of time are used, which are already, yet, before, ever, and never. And they can all be used in different positions in affirmative and negative statement and also in questions. For example, in this case there are examples in affirmative and negative statements. The number one is Shakira has already been in New York. It's affirmative sentence. There are other options we use already. And the end sentence. Shakira has been in New York already. These the two options is 10 minutes. And the negative form use yet. In this case, the example is I haven't tried Chinese food yet. And other option uses yet between auxiliary verb and the past participle of the verb. For example, I haven't yet tried Chinese food. And the number three example is Raquel and Stephanie have never taken a tour of Mexico. This is how be careful in this example. The never using an affirmative statement, but the meaning is not. And the negative form when don't use never is using ever. For example, number 4. I haven't ever visited Paris. And the number 5 is using the before. Before using in the end and the sentence. And this case is a affirmative sentence. Bad Bunny has been to the US before. And for the negative form, they are used before in the end and the sentence too. Example, Mirna and I haven't been to Korea before.
Now I'm going to talk about the present perfect with yes no question, with ever, before, already, and yet. The structure for ever is auxiliary have and has in third person, plus subject, plus ever, plus verb in past participle, plus complement, plus question mark. For example, have you ever ridden a motorcycle? Now we have the adverb before. The structure is the same, but in this case, the adverb before is go to the end. For example, have you danced before? Now we have already. The structure always is the same, but already go to before the verb. For example, has he already finished his homework? And the last is yet. We have the same structure, but yet is until the end. For example, has she written the email yet?
Thanks for watching our video.
See you in the next video!